Hi guys, welcome to Real Girl Thrift. My name is Angie, and I resell clothing online to make an income. So I go to thrift stores and I find name brand clothing that resells well, and then I take pictures of it, I take measurements of it, and I list it on Poshmark and eBay. So that is not my only job. I actually started delivering for Uber Eats as well. Just because reselling doesn't always bring me exactly what I need. So today's video is actually going to be another Uber Eats review. You can go back and watch my very first experience delivering for Uber Eats if you want to. So if you enjoy reselling related content or multiple streams of income content, making money on your own time, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So today I was going to go thrifting, but what I expected to be deposited into my bank account wasn't there. So instead I did deliveries for Uber Eats. So I'm going to actually talk to you about each job that I did and kind of break it down to give a little bit of a review, so you can, if you're considering delivering for Uber Eats or you just enjoy hearing other people's experiences, then you can have that benefit too. So I wanted to stay mainly in one town, one kind of area, which can be hard for Uber Eats because pickup can be one town, drop off can be another town. So my first job I took was, I got it written down here. My memory's not the sharpest today, as you can tell. I'm not very glamorous. I'm just kind of gliding through life. Okay, so my first trip, it popped up and it showed me it was an over $10 trip for only a couple miles. So of course I went ahead and picked that up. So it had me picking up food at Panda Express. And so I went into Panda Express and they have people obviously up at the counter. So you have to kind of go stand off by the side. And then they asked me what I needed. And I said I had a pickup for blah, blah. And they gave it to me. And then I went to the drop-off place, and on the app, it'll, once you pick it up, you have to swipe up from the bottom and it'll say start delivery. So then it started the route to the apartment that I was going to drop it off at. And when I got to the apartment place, the gate was locked and you needed an access code. So I had a car behind me and I was just going to wait for the car behind me to open the gate because I thought they had like a little clicker, because when I used to live in an apartment, we had clickers that open the gate. But he was just sitting back there. So I'm like, well, maybe there's somebody else. Couple cars come on down the line. I hear honking. I created a little bit of a situation again, but it's a learning process. Anyways, I open my window, look back. There's a lady yelling. She's like, do you not know the code? And I'm like, no. And she's like, it's pound 1111. So I was like, okay, thank you. By that time I had, in between all this situation, I was texting the customer that ordered the Panda Express, and I was saying, I'm at your gate, but I can't open it. So anyways, then I drive through and I'm looking at the apartment buildings trying to find the number of his apartment. I walk around. Thankfully, I was pretty close to the apartment number he was at. It was just on the second floor, which I will say this. I'm a contemplator by nature. I'm not like quick. Multitask does not come easy to me. So this is delivery for Uber Eats is really trying to strengthen that area of myself that is not quick. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, it's teaching me you got to go, go, go. You can't think about stuff too long. So that was what I was trying to focus on today. So I ran around the building, go up the stairs, and then you can look at the app too. It gives details. It said leave it at the door. So as I was walking by his door, he actually opened it up. And then I gave him his food, and guess what he gave me? He actually said, "Hey, I'm out of water, but would you like is it Bai or Bali?" So yeah, he gave me a little antioxidant infusion, which I'm excited to try. So that was really nice. Then next pickup. So this first pickup, it was all within a couple miles. So it was stayed in the same town that I was in. I was so thankful. The next job that came up was for $4.02, and it said it included tip, but it was still in the same town, and it was only a couple miles. The pickup was only a couple miles from the drop-off. So I took that job as well, and that was, so when it was giving me directions to the restaurant, it didn't even put a restaurant name on it. Normally it'll put the restaurant name. It just gave the address. So I'm like, is this sketchy? But it ended up being a small little like chicken taco shop. So I went in there and I went in there and they had a bag for her, and I had to go to the, obviously the little checkout area where you order food. And she was trying to tell me something for like 3 tries. I didn't understand what she was saying. And then finally, she shows me the apple juice, and she's like, they didn't have the other drink she wanted, so we have to substitute this apple juice. I was like, okay. I don't know if you're supposed to get the okay from the customer, but I went ahead and grabbed her food and the apple juice. And then when I get to her house, it was a house drop off. It said leave at the door. So I left it at the door, and then you have an option. You can take a picture of you leaving it at the door. So I took a picture. I left a note. I said, "Hi, Angie from Uber Eats. They didn't have your drink, so they substituted apple. Hope that's okay." And then that was the $2.02 was my fare, and then she left me a $2 tip. So, if I didn't mention this, the first job, he actually tipped me $8.83, and the fare for it was $2.25. So that was like a really good tip. That was really nice. Was really happy about that. So, moving on. My third job was popped up for, what was it? It popped up for like $10? Yeah, it popped up for $10 and something, and it was to pick up in the town that I was in, and then it was to drop off in a town that was like 10 or 13 miles away. So I picked it up. So this one was going to Bread Zeppelin. So I got to Bread Zeppelin, and I went in, and it's bonkers up in Bread Zeppelin. But lots of commotion and people. They have a little table where they had a takeout bag sitting, but it wasn't for the person's name that I had. So I was kind of confused for a second, because I was thinking, well, what if the name on the order bag isn't the same as the name on the app? Or what if, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. What if 2 different people put the deal through? Anyways, the girl at the checkout, back and forth, right? She's like, "Hey, what can I help you with?" I say Uber Eats pickup for the name that it was. And she said, "Oh, okay, I'll get hers ready right now." So then I look on the app, and I noticed that it said not ready. So I didn't realize that before, but the app will tell you if when you get there, if the order is ready or not to pick up. Just FYI. So anyway, she finished it up. I picked it up, and then I drive it to the town that's probably took me about 13 minutes to get to her house after picking it up. And so it looks like she hasn't tipped me, but the cool thing about the last job was when I looked on the app after for the details of the job, it said that they refunded my toll fare. So they put in an extra $2.87. They're going to refund me for having to take the toll road. So that was really cool. I didn't realize that that was a thing. So so this was just 3 jobs. I was thinking about doing taking another job, but I was heading back to the city that I started in, which is where I dropped my daughter off at my parents' house. And if there was any jobs like in that area, like heading back, then I would have picked them up, but there was nothing that was going to keep me on my path. And I feel like gas money is a thing too. I don't want to like use up all my gas money for deliveries. So that was my review for today. So a little under like 2 hours. I've made $25.32. After they refund me the tolls, it might be more than that. And then if this last lady tips me, it might be more than that. So today I would say it was worth it for the jobs that I had and the time that it took and the distance and all of that. It was like a much better experience this time than last time. If you're interested in subscribing, I would love to have you. And if you have any questions about my review or my Uber Eats or thrifting, please go ahead and put them down in the comments down below. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, and I will see you next time. Bye.